I am a cop, and I arrested my sister after she threatened her children. I joined the police force straight out of the academy. I am 25 now, and I take my oath incredibly seriously. My older sister Maya took a completely different path. She has always been the chaotic one in our family. She struggles with severe substance abuse, but my parents constantly enable her toxic behavior just to keep the peace. Last Sunday, my parents hosted a massive family barbecue in their backyard. I was completely off-duty wearing gym shorts and a simple t-shirt. I was standing near the grill when Maya showed up 3 hours late. She was visibly intoxicated and highly agitated. She brought her 2 young kids with her. They looked completely exhausted and terrified of her erratic movements. I could tell they had not eaten all day, so I made them some food and let them play in the grass while I kept a very close eye on them. Throughout the afternoon, Maya kept picking aggressive verbal fights with various relatives. My parents just ignored it and poured themselves more drinks. Then I heard a terrible commotion coming from the side patio. I dropped my plate and walked over. Maya had her 7-year-old son and 9-year-old daughter cornered against the brick retaining wall. She had grabbed a heavy metal carving fork from the food prep table. She was aggressively waving the sharp metal points directly in their faces. She was screaming completely unhinged threats at them, claiming they ruined her life and she was going to teach them a permanent physical lesson. The kids were sobbing uncontrollably and shaking in pure terror. The rest of the family just stood there in completely stunned silence. Nobody wanted to intervene or upset her further. My training took over instantly. I did not care that we were at a family function or that I was entirely off duty. I closed the distance before she even realized I was moving. I grabbed her wrist, twisted her arm firmly behind her back, and forced her face down onto the wooden patio table. The heavy carving fork clattered onto the concrete floor. I always keep a pair of rigid steel handcuffs in my personal truck. I yelled at my younger cousin to run to the driveway and grab them from my center console. I pinned Maya down while she screamed and spit at me. She demanded our parents make me let her go. My mom actually started crying and begged me to just let Maya sleep it off inside the guest bedroom. I looked my mother dead in the eye and told her she was actively enabling a violent criminal. My cousin ran back and tossed me the cuffs. I ratcheted them tightly around Maya's wrists. I pulled my phone out with my free hand and called dispatch to send a marked patrol unit to my parents' address. Reading my own flesh and blood her Miranda rights while my entire extended family watched in absolute horror is a memory I will never forget. The on-duty officers arrived 5 minutes later and hauled her off to the county jail. My uncle tried to tell me I was taking it too far and that family deals with things privately. I completely ignored him. I took emergency custody of my niece and nephew that exact same night. Half of my family has completely cut me off for arresting my own blood, but I do not regret a single thing. I protected those kids when nobody else would. Subscribe for more daily videos now.